What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. My allergies are just killing me today. Is that just me, or is it everybody this time of year? Things are starting to be in bloom. Things are going well. Oh, I don't know, Max Scherzer was going well through 4 innings before he decided not to get 7 strikeouts. I apologize to everybody for that on Tuesday. We got the other lock through Colorado, Milwaukee in extras. So, hey, bad break, good break, bad break. Is what it is. Would have liked to cash both of those. We'll see how everything transpires here. 3-2 in that Baltimore-Houston game. We locked that. We got 20 cents of closing line value. That is a phenomenal number. I'm updating you on X. Yes, the artist formerly known as Twitter. I'm doing Lindy's Locks update, talking about all the locks and what changes from the night before into that, it would have been Wednesday for today. Baltimore would have turned into a light there for the afternoon at that adjusted price. And then, well, we kept the lock. We kept the pedal to the metal on the under of 9, got aggressive on even money there for Dodgers, Arizona. We'll see how that goes as well. I know it'll go well for you if you check out BetMGM, because you'll get $1,000 in bonus bets if your first bet loses. You'll also get 2 free months of Discord insider access. Don't know why I can't say Discord. That is myself, Eitan Shander, Ben Razzo, all the guys you know and love here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with our betting cards every single Sunday through Friday for me. Everybody's got different times, different things that they are doing. Hey, if I'm betting it, though, it's going in that Discord. It is going on that card. So check that out on the daily, Sunday through Friday. Saturday, that is not a day for the boys. It's a day for my wife and dog. So it's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'll talk about BetMGM a little bit later. But we got 8 beautiful games. And I don't know if I've ever said this before. I have 3 locks on an 8-game MLB slate. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Pretty wild how much I love this slate. Let's just get to it, shall we? We got producer Jacob running the tables. We were also talking about Carmelo Anthony's rookie year. He was 6. I'm never going to talk to him again after this. Let's just get to the pick, shall we? We have 4 morning games, or morning-ish games, if you will, and 4 evening games. And we kick it off here with an interesting one on the East Coast, Baltimore and Houston. Couple of pitchers on the mound that I'm all right with. We got Dean Kramer, who I don't completely hate as much as what I kind of allude to from time to time. 4.61 ERA, 1.33 whip. On the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he actually gives up bombs because he keeps forgetting that he can throw the ball out of the zone from time to time. That was actually a good one. Anyway, Hunter Brown on the other side of this one, definitely the better pitcher of the two. 307 xWOBA, 26.5% K rate, but gives up hard hit as well. 43.8% hard hit percentage, 5.5 degree average launch angle. So he kind of combats that hard contact he gives up by a north of 50%, 53.3% to be exact, ground ball rate. Cool. Great. We normally go out of our way to bet Baltimore in these kind of spots. We normally go out of our way to fire them up when they are dogs, but this is a really close spread, and both of these lineups are very serviceable, and this is not like, well, Jack Flaherty versus a struggling Christian Javier, and then also a spot where Yanner Diaz didn't even show up in that lineup for Houston with massive reverse split, so I assume he's going to be in this lineup against a righty here. So Tucker, Yordan Alvarez, Yanner Diaz, that's a pretty tough trio, so I'm not looking at attacking Houston here with Baltimore on the money line like I normally would when they're dogs. But I am looking at Gunnar Henderson to possibly go yard. Yes, we do have a couple of props sprinkled amongst here. In fact, there's only one game that I think I'm completely out on, and it's ironically a team that I've bet a lot of late, especially in the home run department, my Minnesota Twins. Wild stuff we have on Thursday, but we're going to kick it off with Gunnar Henderson because I love some of the rebounds he made after really, I'll call it, he struggled at the beginning of the season, but now up to a 53% hard hit percentage, 451 expected slugging, and a 11.1% walk rate, getting himself on base a lot. But in this particular scenario, no walks, please. Get it up in the air with an 11.1 degree average launch angle. We got to get that a little bit north. Get in Santander territory, 21.7 degree, especially against Hunter Brown. But a lot easier to pull that ball out in Camden. That's for sure. Huge wall to left. Very tiny wall out to right. So Gunnar Henderson, lefty. Let's get drop down and get your eagle on, boy. We got Gunnar Henderson. Fire him up, my dude. Anything better than plus 385, which I totally expect on this slate. I'm going to give you 2 for the price of 1, and I'm not going to be parlaying these, even though I know if they both hit, I'm going to see the screenshots. I'm going to see everybody. Hey, here's your home run. Hey, here's the play that you have on this game. But let's talk through it, shall we? Because, well, Pittsburgh. This was a huge spread that we saw on Wednesday. I didn't necessarily agree with it, considering the way that ballpark worked out in Pittsburgh. It just mitigates runs a little bit. And you saw minus 300. You saw on the run line, minus 175 at open, and people kept betting Atlanta blindly. Well, we don't have those risks here in this spot. Obviously, we also don't have Max Fried on the mound, so that's a bummer. It's Bryce Elder. Yes, the owner of the Elder Wand. That's a lie, because if he had that, he would totally have the Resurrection Stone, and life would be good. Actually, that was the British version of Harry Potter. I don't know why I said that. Sorcerer's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone. I'm a nerd. Have you ever noticed? Anyway, he hasn't been good. 17.6% K rate, 408 expected slugging, but he gets a matchup, a very nice matchup, in fact, against this Pittsburgh team that has struggled outside of Jack Sawinski, Brian Reynolds, 90 WRC plus, 163 ISO against right-handed pitching. So overall, for me, probably not looking at backing Bryce Elder as a pitcher, but I'm going to back this lineup considering their exact matchup that they have on the other side of this one. It's Bailey Falter. I haven't seen this name since, well, 2022, really. Actually, that's a lie. 2023, we saw him for a hot second there. Well, had another cup of tea with Pittsburgh and then, well, went to the Shadow Realm because he wasn't very good. Came back. Now he's making a start in this spot. A guy out of Chino Hills, the same spot as LaMelo Ball, as Lonzo Ball. Just throwing it out there. These are the facts you get from me. You don't get that from anywhere else. But yes, Bailey Falter from Chino Hills. It is weird that I know that, but it helps to have friends who played AAA baseball. Just throwing it out there. Bailey Falter. I got a lot in terms of the scouting report. He's 6'4", 170 pounds. My buddy says he cannot do anything but throw a curveball and fastball combination. In fact, that four-seamer, it really stands out. 52.2% 52.2% usage. And that's not good when you have a 343 batting average against it and a 325 batting average against your curveball. So his 2 best pitches get murdered. They get murdered. So the Braves, they murder baseballs. Okay, who's really good at hitting lefties? You know, I think that Austin Riley guy, he's pretty good. Ronald Acuna is going to have some short numbers, but Austin Riley, he's up there with a 48.6% hard hit percentage, 510 expected slugging. So I really like that. That's going to be a lean. But I also like this run line because I do expect Bailey Falter to falter here. Atlanta, I like it. And I know that these are shorter numbers than we've ran into in a while. With Atlanta, actually, that's not true. They're longer numbers. This is better. Minus 125 is better. They make me happy. Do they make you happy? Cool. Guys, I'm still thinking about Carmelo Anthony. I got problems. My producer just interrupted me to tell me that it's not the Resurrection Stone. It's the what? What is it again? Producer Jacob, just turn your mic on.
Philosopher's Stone.
Son of a bitch. The Philosopher's Stone. Good to know. That's more interesting than anything I have to say about this game. It's the under of 8.5 that'll be a lean here. You got an interesting pitching scenario with Kenta Maeda. You've got Reese Olson, but there's weather lingering. I need to look at the weather. There's going to be rain in Detroit tomorrow at some point. I don't know when. I would like to back these pitchers with an under if I could find it. But again, I don't have much to say. We've bet Matt Wallner a lot. His numbers are now plus 400. That was the best number you could find today, plus 400. We have bet that from plus 850 down to plus 400. You know how I'm daddy. Yeah, the big guy. I'm daddy. We're not going to bet any home runs here. We're going to take the under of 8.5 if the weather allows. But more than likely, I have a bet on literally every other game here, more than likely. So the under of 8.5 is not likely to show up. Isaiah Likely, pretty good for best ball if you're not going to be drafting Mark Andrews. I'm going to bring up a different sport on every single segment here. We have ourselves our first lock of the day as we head to Toronto in Cleveland. Yes, Canada going south of the border, just barely down to Ohio. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Oh, Did anybody watch the Drew Carey show? No? Jacob has no idea. This is great. This is great. It's always great when you're 11 years old, older than your frickin' producer, and he just... We have Alek Manoah on the mound against Noah Syndergaard. Let me say that again. We have round man Alek Manoah against the glass man Noah Syndergaard. 44.2% hard hit percentage for Alek Manoah, north of 40% for Noah Syndergaard. We've got a 378 xWOBA for Manoah, a 374 xWOBA for Noah Syndergaard. Alek Manoah, he's pitched better of late, but I'm not seeing it in the numbers. A 9.3% barrel percentage, a 14% walk rate, an 18.4% K rate, and none of that has noticeably turned here of late. The best thing I can say is that him and his 5.72 ERA, 1.74 whip, and an inability to do cardio gets to face a Cleveland lineup that is not very good against right-handed pitching. That is by far the nicest thing that I can say. You look at Cleveland across the board and, well, they're just not good. 130 ISO, that's not fantastic, but there are so many outs by betting the over here because it looks like it's still going to be a little humid. It looks like the wind's going to be blowing out ever so slightly. Again, the wind's tough to be able to gauge the night before, especially in ballparks. This one doesn't necessarily mitigate it like other ones might, like San Francisco or things of that nature. So want to double back here for sure. But considering it's Noah Syndergaard on the other side of this one, I am firing this one up immediately for a unit. Noah Syndergaard cannot hold runners. He has a 14% K rate, so he cannot strike out batters. The only thing good he does is he limits walks to a certain extent, sub 4% on the season between the Dodgers and Cleveland side. So what am I missing here? Over 9. This is my second favorite play on the board. So amongst the 3 locks that I have a unit, might have a unit and a half on one of them here, depending. But over 9, I'm in love with this one. The first of our 3, we got fired up here for Wednesday. I said I was going to bring up another sport. What am I going to say? Tiger Woods is really good at golf, or was really good at golf. I'd like to see him again. There you go. Another sport. You want to bet all the sports? This is a great place to do it. Bet MGM, my friends. Get yourself 2 free months of the OS Premium Discord just by going to the link below, signing up, come hang out with me and a bunch of sharp dudes and a couple ladies. We got some really sharp ladies. Shout out Blitz. Great to have her, one of my friends there in the old Premium Discord betting alongside us. Nice to be able to make money together. And it's also nice to have a great community where people support each other. We're throwing out bets. We're throwing out ideas. We're studying together, going through fan graphs, going through Baseball Savant. A lot of the things that I do on Lindy's Locks Update, we're doing throughout the day in that Premium Discord. So if you want to be a part of that, sign up at the link below. But also, that's not it, friends. You're also going to get up to $1,000 back on your first wager if it loses. So if you want to bet $50, $100, $250, up to $1,000 on that first bet you make when you sign up at BetMGM at that link below, you're going to get that back in bonus bets if it doesn't win. If it does win, keep the money. The money is yours. It's beautiful. I'm telling you. Sign up, my friends. I don't know why I went to Transylvania there for a second, but we're back. 2 free months of OS Premium Discord, up to $1,000 in bonus bets over at BetMGM. And the best part, exposure to another book over DraftKings, FanDuel. If BetMGM has the best line, if Caesars has the best line, I don't care where you're betting it. I want you betting the best number every single day. That's how you sustain and build that bankroll, baby. So check out BetMGM only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all, back to the picks. We go from a lock last game to another lock. Let's party. Time to get weird, friends. We have Tampa Bay hosting St. Louis. And this is truly one of those things where I cannot tell you. Matthew Liberatore is so bad, and Zach Littell might have gotten revamped by the Rays. You want to be early to the party when you see telltale signs that somebody has improved stuff massively with a new organization. Now, Matthew Liberatore, he's awful. 409 xWOBA, 544 expected slugging, just a 12.6% K rate. He's a lefty going up against a bunch of really good righties. We saw Jose Siri hit. Siri, could you show me 2 home runs? Bing. 2 home runs there on Wednesday. Beautiful stuff. You got Yandy Diaz, Randy Arozarena, even left on left Brendan Lau. I'm okay with Harold Ramirez, Wander Franco. Lots of righties who can do some damage in that Tampa Bay lineup. Not the greatest of ballparks, but friends, Zach Littell is the main reason that I am here. Not Mattel, not Barbie, even though, come on, Barbie, let's go party. How is that not linked into the Barbie movie? I went to it. I wore pink. I felt good. It's lovely. But anyway, his hard hit percentage over the course of this season has been abysmal. His average velocity over the course of this season has been abysmal. But you know what they did? They said, you know what? I think you're better off as a starter here. We're going to take you down, figure out exactly how things need to get revamped, retooled. They made him a starter against Houston, and there were some interesting things that happened. We saw a different usage rate on all of his pitches across the board. Normally a guy who's exclusively throwing four-seam or slider, mixed in a lot more split finger and even a sweeper, not in some resounding effect. It's at 6.1% usage over the course of the season, but more than 25% usage on two pitches that have a 27.3 and 30.8% whiff percentage, respectively. We're also looking at a number, minus 170, might seem a little steep, but those are two really good starts by Zach Littell in back-to-back spots. And I think, again, this Tampa Bay team knows more than you or I know about the game of baseball. They have routinely showed ways to be competitive in a division where they are going to spend exponentially less. Where they are going to spend exponentially less than that of their counterparts in the New York Yankees, in the Boston Red Sox, in everybody else in that division. And the Baltimore Orioles are a revamped team, and yet Tampa Bay finds ways to constantly revamp and retool pitchers, whether it's Zach Eflin, whether it's Blake Snell when they got him under their wing. I guess that was just calling him up. But either way, Zach Littell, those are two good starts against Houston and Detroit on the road. 11 ground balls to 5 fly balls in both of those outings. If that ground ball rate can sustain as a starter, we're talking about a guy with a 4.04 ERA, 1.35 whip, and we need to fire this line to the moon. I know it's minus 170, but I know 99% of you are like, how can I parlay his locks? How can I parlay? Go ahead and parlay this one. This is what it is intended to do. Tampa Bay money line. I don't want to be on the run line, plus 120. I want this to be attached to something. I don't care what you attach it to. Make it a two-legger. Do whatever you want. But this Tampa Bay team is not going to be the AL East. I'm hoping it's Baltimore. That's who I'm cheering for. But this is an absolutely fantastic spot to have a pitcher on the rise versus a pitcher who should not be in the league. So there you go. Starting matchup in favor of Tampa. Bullpen in favor of Tampa. Lineup, Cardinals, I'm still liking the lineup, but overall, everything is pointing me towards Tampa Bay money line, my favorite play on the board for Wednesday. 3 games to go. Man, we're flying through this one. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell as we head to Philly as they host Washington. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Aaron Nola on the mound. That's nice. Going up against Patrick Corbin. That's not nice. That's why you're seeing minus 250. That's why you're seeing the run line at minus 130. And just Nick Castellanos hit 2 home runs today. Is that good? Just your guy shouting out home runs. I bet 4 home runs today. Encarnacion Strand and Castellanos both went, cash those tickets. Can we get Manny Machado in the evening window? That's about to start in like 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, we'll find out if I'm just perfect. But I'm not perfect. I'm sorry. Can't be perfect. Well, Aaron Nola doesn't have to be perfect in this spot. Patrick Corbin probably does because he's absolutely atrocious. But I'm not even going to talk about him because it's kind of an unbettable line at this number. It's perfectly efficient. But, my friends, Aaron Nola on the other side of this one, I understand that Washington has a very low K rate against righties. They're not good. They're not a good baseball team. 137 ISO. But a 19% K rate is the second best mark at avoiding strikeouts in baseball against right-handed pitching. And yet, I still think Aaron Nola is in play here for a K ladder. 25.1% K rate. He gives up a little bit of fly ball contact from time to time, but it's soft, 37.1% hard hit percentage. My main thing is that regardless of who it is that has to replace Heimer Candelario in this lineup every single day in the aftermath of the trade deadline, they shipped him off to Chicago. He's a lot happier with the Cubs. Cubs won a lot of baseball games with him in the lineup, but just saying, it doesn't matter. Michael Chavis, 31.9% K rate. They have this Jeter Downs character, 25% K rate. Those are both way north of 21%, where Heimer Candelario has been sitting all the live long day. So it kind of sets up as a decent spot. So that's only 1 bat out of 9. It also depends on where they put guys in order because it depends on the turnaround. I'm going to do the work for you here. So if you want to know what I fire up here with Aaron Nola, if anything, hit me up on X. Yes, the artist formerly known as Twitter, but Aaron Nola up to 7Ks. I'm pretty interested in backing him here because I think he can pitch deep into this one. And when the team is not going to attack him with power, try to jump on him. And there are really no lefties that I'm worried about whatsoever in this Nationals lineup. I think it sets up really nicely for Nola to go nuts. Kansas City. I'm ready for football season, friends. They're facing the Boston Red Sox. They've played some competitive baseball of late here. That's for darn sure. But 4-2 here. Sweet Melendez went double dong there on Wednesday for the people. For the people who are not me, because I didn't bet it. But either way, we got Marsh on the mound against Paxton. And Paxton, he can roll some strikeout stuff out there here. The southpaw, over the course of this season, starting to get back to form, starting to show some of the signs. I saw the sign. It opened up. Yeah, 281 xWOBA, 214 expected batting average with a 27.3% K rate. Daddy likey a lot. But how about Alec Marsh? He's made some interesting changes and adjustments to his repertoire, and it's showing up in the K department from time to time. We've seen 11. We've seen some decent outings of kind of alleviating power, but now we're seeing him being transferred into like a limit, shut down his innings type of thing, wait till next year because we're the Kansas City Royals, and it's not like we're trying to actually win baseball games. He's pitched 21 and 66 pitches in his last 2 outings. I'm not sure what to make of what we're going to get out of him here in this spot, but I'm still willing to back this Kansas City team with this specific lineup when we're talking about a plus 122 here on the run line. Yes, this discrepancy, nearly $1. Oh, it's over $1 here at this point in time, but over $1, where I bet it was just inside of $1 here, sitting at plus 120. So yes, plus 122, best available line here at the given time. Look at producer Jacob. He does his job very admirably. He's like Admiral Akbar. Oh, it's a trap. Just living his life. Kansas City plus 1.5, living my life because I got to know. God, I have a lot of plays on this slate. Let's get to one more lock, shall we? The Colorado Rockies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers here, and Clayton Kershaw coming back off the IL for this one. I'm Clayton Kershaw. My back hurts. No, they shut him down. Don't bullshit us like this. There is no way the Los Angeles Dodgers didn't say, oh, we can only win a World Series if we have Clayton Kershaw there. They still are probably a bullpen short. We're not positive. Again, I'm not as down on the bullpen as what other people are. They can still, they got Vizia, they've got Ferguson. They can play the lefty game. They also have a bunch of Gratterall throws 102 out of the pen there. There's a number of ways that they can succeed here in this spot. But I said earlier that I was going to pair a lock, that being the Tampa Bay money line, with something else. This is where I'm pairing it here. Clayton Kershaw, I don't expect him to go crazy far into this game, so don't get me wrong, it's not that. But he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball over the course of this season when healthy. He now gets to face a Colorado Rockies lineup that is absolute dog doo-doo, and traded away CJ Cron and Randall Grichuk, their 2 best hitters against lefties this season, and has Chris Bryant, their probably best hitter against lefties, on the IL with a broken handsy. You can't play baseball with a broken handsy. It's bad, especially if you play for the Rockies because you're not going anywhere. But on the other side of this one, the Dodgers are locked and loaded against Ty Blach. 516 expected slugging for Ty Blach. 47.5% hard hit percentage. A sub 10% K rate. Sub 10% K rate. Yeah, he's a southpaw. So that neutralizes a little bit of the Max Muncy thing where I'm kind of thinking about that. Maybe JD Martinez sits out this one as well. He has not been in the lineup the last 2 days, but I don't care. Minus 155 on the run line is a damn near broken number. This should be north of minus 180. Yeah, you heard me. You saw it in Pittsburgh, in PNC Park. You saw a minus 170, minus 175 number on the run line for the Braves. That was kind of incorrect. We stayed away from that one. If it cashes for whoever bet it, have fun. But mathematically, we're talking about Dodger Stadium, one of the better hitting parks over the course of this season. And now you've got one of the best lineups facing Ty Blach and this Colorado Rockies bullpen. There is no way that I'm not going to hammer this run line to the moon. Knocks in a moon. Yeah, we're going to the mummy. Los Angeles -1.5. I'm pairing it. I already have paired it with the Tampa Bay money line. That is my big stand there for Thursday. Fire it up. Let's have fun together now. Birds of a feather now. That'll be a fun sweat. Check out Lindy's Locks update. I'll be talking through everything, why I made that play, and if you should still make that play tomorrow afternoon. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays on Thursday's slate. There's 8 games. I have 3 locks. I'm combining 2 of them. Have 1 independent. A little Miss Independent. It's going to be beautiful, friends. Just like it'll be beautiful if you check out BetMGM. Guarantee yourself a W by getting into that premium Discord for 2 free months just by signing up at BetMGM and trying out their product. Guarantee yourself a W by getting up to $1,000 back in bonus bets in the event that your first bet loses over there. If it wins, take the money, run. Take the money and run. Woo, woo, woo. Good little track, my friends. We're going to get ourselves out of here Friday. A lot more games on the slate. It's ironic. I'll probably have 1 lock on a 15-gamer because that's just how that's going to work. But I love this Thursday slate. I'm going to be talking baseball all day in that premium Discord. Hope to see you there. Thank you to producer Jacob. I'm going to get out of here. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Thursday.